Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Galley La Podcast. I'm your host, Geboss, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Akainu Fanboy. And today we're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 267. And please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let us know what you thought of this momentous chapter. And yeah, let's just get right into it. And first thing I'm going to say is that my copium worked. We have all channeled our copium into a spirit bomb for Gege, and it worked. Nobara is back.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
So, I both hate this and love this, because I do like Nobara as a character, but having her come in at the 11th hour with 5 chapters left, it's kind of bad writing, but I kind of don't care anymore. But
go full Hunter x Hunter, gone. I don't care anymore. Yeah, and then epic music. Yeah.
My hair's gonna grow to the sky now.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on this so far? With the return.
I really like the character development and the action shots of Hikari in this chapter. I thought they were. Oh wait, sorry, no. Sorry, that was.
What are you talking about?
Sorry.
He has the one with Charles Bernard, the best character in the series.
Oh God. Oh shit. All right. Where to begin? Yeah, the Yuta conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. We are graced again with that being said, structure of these past however many chapters for the final arc where we have a big fight, and then we have a flashback, we explain, and then we have a little bit more fight, and then we have like a cliffhanger of another character popping up to jump back into the fight.
Yeah. I like how we're still getting explanations of exactly how Yuta's curse technique works with Rika. With 5 chapters to go, even though I don't think that he's getting back in the thing at all. But I mean,
might as well.
But I mean, it does it's justifying the fake out with the finger.
Yeah.
And how he attained the power and everything with everyone's favorite thing, the binding vows of JJK. But where you can just do whatever you want so long as you have a binding vow.
Right.
But yeah. Yeah, but continue.
No, I mean, yeah, so that was interesting to see. And then yeah, just to see their interactions right here. And I don't know, do you just want to jump into it? I mean,
yeah. So
yeah, but
when I saw this, I read it on the unofficial site first and then the official one. I thought, just based on the art, that it was fake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like a fan thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with like Gege's art, but Nobara does not look the same. It looks kind of weird. Her introduction one, like her big splash page, doesn't really, but yeah, I mean, people called this for a while, down to like the eye patch, but yeah, I dig it because it's the whole connection with her and Yuji, like with the fight with Choso's brothers, and then the fight with Mahito. Like they're always connected in terms of that. And then she's coming back for the final one to distract as well. And I like it for that. But like I said earlier, like having her come in this late kind of puts sour taste in your mouth, you know, especially because it's like, oh, and she woke up like less than an hour ago. Which means that they couldn't even have planned this. You know? On all the plans that they had, Nobara was not part of them, but she's the one that worked out in the end. But yeah,
just in the nick of time.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say like we love One Piece, but you can't say that they don't have their contrivances at points.
Oh, I agree, but it's like the fake out deaths are my least favorite part of the story, though. Okay, there's a difference between there's contrivances and then there's contrivances predicated on fake out deaths, you know, and that's what I don't like a lot. And it's like I just like the fake out deaths or not killing off characters is my least favorite thing in One Piece. So like easy, 100%. My least favorite thing. I am consistent on this point as a One Piece fan. Now, what's particularly bad about this whole thing is like I like her a lot as a character, but she was taken out of the entire story for, I'm sorry, I don't really see the reason, you know, like just for the last kill at the end. So we could have had more character development, more character interaction. It takes away the stakes of Shibuya that, you know, like, wow, this was a tragedy. A lot of bad stuff happened. So it lessens the blow of that. It makes Mahito a fraud, you know, like that. He can't just get in one good shot and blow up someone's head with a direct contact. I thought that was, you know, not as good too. And it takes away the animosity between Yuji and Mahito. It makes it seem less impactful too, you know? And you were just robbed of a character for most of the series for like no particular reason, just for a fake out, you know, like to make a fight more intense, you know, kind of thing. I guess that was the only reason. And now she's back in the nick of time. And it wasn't even like done well. Like, I'll even say Sabo returning in One Piece was more emotionally sad. I didn't even think it was that emotionally satisfying, but it was more emotionally impactful than this, you know? There was like no build up. There wasn't no like, oh my gosh, like it was, I didn't really think it was that hype, but granted, I didn't think like much of this fight was super hype to me because of the repetitive structure of everything. You know, it's like, we talk about this really penned out copy and paste formula, or, you know, bringing in all these new characters one after the other. And so what's the best way to bring her back in? Apparently, let's just throw her in among a myriad of other characters, you know, and let's see what happens, you know? And so I think it's just like a huge disservice for her character. I think it would have been more respectful if she stayed dead. Yeah, I mean, I know she didn't die, whatever, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Rather than have her introduced in this way, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I will say that, I mean, the whole thing with Nita's brother coming in was like, hey, she's not breathing, she doesn't have a pulse or anything, but she might not be dead. I'm not saying that. So, I mean, it's not like that's the copium that we've been hanging on to this whole time. That they didn't say that she died. And when
Gege did say that in an interview, though.
No, he's a known liar. So he killed Gojo. We can't trust him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do agree with you on some of the points, but I think, I don't know, just having the finger in a separate location does make sense and everything, and having her do it remotely makes sense. But I do feel like a face-to-face, like meeting up again would be good. Would have been better than what we got. Even though like we do see like the resonance hit and the spikes come out and everything, and Yuji is smiling when he sees it. So, I think that like he knows what happened, and I do like the subtlety of it, but at the same time, I don't know. I think ultimately at the end, because Gege said like only one is gonna die or only one is gonna survive. talking about the main like 4 casted people, and it's looking more like the students are going to survive and Gojo's going to die, which I think makes sense, because we do see like Yuji just being the hell out of Sukuna and everything, and landing his dismantles and the black flash and everything. But yeah, that's my prediction. I am kind of sad. I mean, we can talk about there only being, well, after this, only 4 chapters left. Because a lot of people have been upset about the whole Hikari thing. Like you brought up earlier.
Remember when Gojo was like, we're gonna have to create a new class for Hikari, Yuji, and Itadori and Todo, because they're gonna be so powerful. You know?
Yeah.
And then one of them got handicapped, which I'm fine with. I'm like, there's a tragedy to have someone with potential that gets handicapped. Excuse the pun. But then one who's just like a non-factor for like most of the series, you know? And this is someone who's like a huge Yuta stan and not a Hikari stan. And I still see it's just like, bad, you know?
Yeah, Hikari, I think it's gonna suck if we just, I think the worst case scenario is we cut back and, because the whole thing with Hikari is that he has to keep relying on his jackpot and everything. If ultimately, like, he didn't hit his jackpot and he died or something, I think it's ultimately going to end in a draw, though, with Hikari potentially dying. But I think that would suck.
I think the Hikari fans would be down. I think if someone compared him to Eustace Kid, that would be worse than Eustace Kid at that point.
Yeah. Because at least he got beat on screen.
And he actually got a W.
Yeah. I mean, Hikari got his W against Kashimo.
Okay, but there's Big Mom,
the
and
fraud.
Then there's Kashimo, who wasn't even trying. Kashimo wasn't even trying.
Yeah. But yeah, it's disappointing about that. The other big thing is the whole, it doesn't look like the merger is gonna happen, because we see like Sukuna like belching up a bunch of, I don't know if it's his fingers or if it's the thing that let him activate the merger. But I don't know. I think it would be interesting. So I have a theory, but I kind of want to save it for the end. Do you have any other thoughts about the chapter at all? I think you made your thoughts pretty clear. But anything else?
I did like the beatdown from Yuji against Sukuna. I thought the paneling was actually pretty cool in that, and I'm not usually a big fan of the art. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not trying to come off as a hater, but I've said it multiple times in the previous chapter reviews. I hate fake outs. They drive me up a wall, and this was bad. But that's it. That's my take. No more negativity from me.
I think there's going to be plenty of negativity in the next four weeks, but
yeah, I'm saving up.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I'm conflicted. I both love it and hate it, the whole Nobara thing. But so I have a wild theory. So
shoot.
We see it has to do with the merger. So I think potentially the merger could go off, and either I could see it either going 2 ways if it goes off. Either the thing, like Geto actually, because Geto's plan was to eliminate everyone but sorcerers, and Yuki's whole alternative to that was to make everyone sorcerers. So I think it would be interesting if the merger happened and everyone became sorcerers and the curse energy went down. And ultimately, like, eliminated cursed energy output, so the cursed spirits weren't, like, running amok.
That kind of fulfilled Geto's dream in a funny way.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of ironic.
Yeah.
I could see that
That
happening.
actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Or the merger happens, like that giant beast thing comes out, and I think, I don't know. So the official translation, I know a lot of people have problems with it, and the unofficial translation has its problems too, but I feel has kind of had it better, where in the official translation, Yuji says, like, your curse must end, and the unofficial one said, let's end this cycle of curses, which has kind of been a theme of the series. Like, you keep cursing each other in a cycle. Like, Yuji's the cog in the machine, killing curses and everything.
Yeah.
So I think with Sukuna dead, potentially Yuji could die as well, because we saw, like, in the chapter, like, oh, he can't even heal his wounds because he's run out of curse energy for a reverse curse technique. So I think that could potentially happen, and it kind of fulfills, like, the beginning of the series with his grandfather dying, like, be surrounded by the people you love, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that, or like the wild card that I've heard a couple people state this theory. I haven't looked too much into it, that Yuji could potentially become, like, the next Tengen with the barriers, and that way it's like he's permanently a cog in the machine type thing, and I feel like that would have, like, a bittersweet ending to it. What are your thoughts about those theories?
I prefer the death one. I think that's more impactful. It's more goes in line with the story a bit better. Yeah, that's kind of more where I would stand on it. Yuji being a Tengen, I don't know, I could see Yuta being more of a Tengen kind of thing, to be honest, but potentially also, you know, so.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing that never got brought up again with Yuta's lineage. Remember, like, he's connected with Gojo, and oh yeah, that could potentially happen too. Like, he could do it because he's connected with one of the older ones. Great sorcerers of the past. But yeah, I am interested to see how Gege's gonna wrap this up in 4 chapters. I've seen worse wrap-ups with Bleach, and I don't know.
I Promise Neverland. That's a good honorable mention there.
Yeah, that didn't have the greatest ending either, but yeah. Any other thoughts?
No.
Your negativity is just fueling the cursed spirits.
Yeah. I got full Geto right now.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, let us know what you thought about this chapter, and let us know about your theories and thoughts, if you agree with us, disagree with us, and yeah, we will see you in the next video. Take care.
Peace.